Hey Pisces, what's up? Welcome to my channel. My name is Katie and today I'm going to be doing a reading, timeless, freestyle, anything goes kind of reading. So join me, get your tea, coffee, whatever suits you, and let's hang out for a little bit here. Spirit, please bring in the most relevant and important messages for Pisces. In the description box below, I'm going to leave the link to my website. I invite you guys to subscribe to my email list. I am going to be launching products over there, and you're going to get them before anyone else, always at 50% off if you're part of the list. If not, then you will not get the coupon codes for the programs and the products that I'm going to be launching in the near future. So just stop by, leave your email, move on with the day. Alright, Pisces. Let's see. What does Pisces need to know? Right. Oh, wow. First card showing up, the first one is the Nine of Pentacles. So this is super abundant energy, Pisces. I love it. This is letting me know that you are in a space of luxury. If you look around, there is a lot of comfort in your life. Comfort that not every human being on earth gets to have. You may consider yourself someone who's living comfortably, someone who has the ability to not only have all the essentials, but also the things that you want to do. Some of you get to go shopping, get to go traveling, get to spend time in nature. Get time to focus on your spirituality. And all of these things, they're telling you here, you have worked for and deserve, okay? Six of Pentacles showing up in the challenge. So maybe in the past, or maybe even currently, you feel like you are not necessarily getting back the same amount of something that you're putting out there. So let's say that you're putting out a lot of energy, a lot of love, a lot of attention and care, a lot of hours of work, a lot of effort at the gym, I don't know. But you may feel like things are not coming back in the same amount. Like you always put out more than you give. Sorry, you always put out more than you get in return. There could be some relationships here that you just don't necessarily feel are healthy. These could be people that just take from you and not give anything back. Maybe their presence in your life, honestly seems to be kind of like a black hole that takes away things only and doesn't really nurture you with anything positive. Some of you are learning how to stop this from being the case. You're learning how to step up and say no, or how to take action, how to pick up the signs before even getting into a dynamic like this. Some of you are learning from maybe a wise woman. Could be someone who looks or dresses like this, who spends a lot of time in nature, always wearing kind of like long, baggy clothes. That goes for very few of you, but definitely for some. And in the recent past, I see here with the Ace of Cups that Spirit is almost telling you to see, observe, acknowledge the love that is in your life. How nature loves you. How the universe loves you. How maybe new love is coming into your life in the form of romance. How there is existing love in different dynamics and relationships. How you may be showered with love in different forms. And I feel like recently Spirit has been telling you, like, just open your eyes to it. Some of you may have recently received an offer for romantic love. Someone may have caught your eye. And in your mind, you may be thinking a lot about perhaps this romantic possibility. Some of you may be paying attention to someone that you like, someone that you find very interesting. You may be thinking about a person a lot. You may be spying on them on social media or something like that. Some of you may be thinking about a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, perhaps. You may also be feeling on a mental level very curious about things. And when I mean things in general, like all areas. And I see here that because you have learned to be independent, Pisces, because you have learned to be on your own and value who you are and how beautiful it is to just be yourself, I feel like Spirit has given you here a very beautiful love. For some of you, this is the love of a lifetime that is here, that has arrived and will remain. In the future, I see marriage, I see stability for you, Pisces. I see you feeling very fulfilled, almost floating here on a little cloud, but that happens to be made out of rock. So it's like a steady foundation and something to rely on that makes you feel very, very happy, united, at ease. And it's proven to be very successful to you. What universe wants you to know with the Ace of Wands is that it is safe for you to follow your passion, your excitement, those things that really make you feel thrilled. It's important that you know that the things that catch your attention are relevant. The things that you love are there for a reason. They're not only distractions. You may perceive them to be just distractions from what you have to do. But if something just makes your heart kind of expand with joy, there is something there for you. There's a reason why you're feeling this way, okay? Right now, you may be feeling a little bit nostalgic or feeling very much in touch with the idea of happily ever after, or the idea of kind of like this prince story, romantic kind of like fairy tale story. Some of you are in that vibe. Others of you could be reconnecting to someone from your past, someone who perhaps you met like many years ago and now you're with them, or someone you knew in childhood or something along those lines. Maybe right now you're feeling just very nostalgic in general. Maybe you're having a hard time letting go of something, but at the same time you know that that's the right thing to do. I see pure colors everywhere here, except for maybe the people that you're dealing with. In the environment, we have here the Five of Swords. So there could be a lot of people around you that don't necessarily agree with what you're doing, how you're feeling, how you are going about your life. There could be people conflicted, feeling like they need to save you, feeling like they need to rescue you, but perhaps being afraid to do so. Maybe you're a person who's like, I don't give a fuck. When are people going to understand that I don't give a fuck? So there could be people here that just feel like you being yourself is so outrageous, that it's so wrong. But they know that if they were to try to convince you otherwise, that you're just not going to have it. That you're not interested in how any other person judges what you deem to be sacred in your life. So they're like, oh, I wish I could just talk to them, but I know that they're not going to give a fuck about what I have to say. Like, oh, I wish I could just tell them that, you know, their perspective, however limited it may be, but they're like, unfortunately, they know that it's not going to make a difference. And I think that that's actually something very positive for you, Pisces, because it means that you are truly aligned with who you are to such a degree that people know that you're not influenceable, if that's a word, in any direction that they please. People know better now. It's like, well, if Pisces is doing this and I think it's going to be a mistake, well, they will want, like, they're going to live that mistake. Like, no one can stop them. No one can influence Pisces. Pisces just is certain and stubborn, and they do what they do and whatever. And in this case, Pisces, I feel like you are being judged perhaps by your romantic life. Maybe someone here feels like you need to be married, and why aren't you finding someone to get married? Or the opposite, like, Pisces should not be married, oh my god, what the fuck. They have their opinions, and you don't give a fuck, and they know that you don't give a fuck, and that's kind of cool. Honestly, it's very, like, liberating from what I notice. So we got here the Hierophant in your hopes and fears. You know about your connection to spirit. You know about your mission, your purpose, your power. You have hopes to be in that space, but also perhaps feel a little bit intimidated by the idea of fully stepping into your power as a spiritual influence, or a spiritual connector of the realms, or a spiritual leader of sorts. At the same time, I do feel a lot of serenity within you. It seems like you're proud of yourself, Pisces, as you should be. You're proud of your journey. You're proud of your choices. I even feel like you're proud of the mistakes you've made, because they have all led you here, as cliche as that may sound. You love yourself, Pisces. The people who are resonating with this reading, you love yourselves. And you're like, if I'm making a mistake, I get to. Okay? If I am doing something wrong, I get to learn that lesson. If I'm doing something too fast, I get to do that too fast. If I'm doing something too slow, I get to take that time. If I believe in a certain thing, I get to believe in that certain thing. Like, you don't need to please anyone. You don't need to be liked or approved of by people who you maybe not even have a relationship. I kind of get this as like family, like people around family that maybe you haven't seen forever, but they just have a say. They always have an opinion. They always think you're doing this wrong or that wrong, that you should do that or be this or whatever. And you're like, I don't give a fuck. And the cool thing is that you have made that so clear that, see how she's like wanting to grab the sword, but she's like, I'm not going to, like refraining herself. This is what I interpret as them wanting to get their sword, their opinion, and point it at you. But they're like, fuck, like, no. Like, Pisces is not gonna have this. And I get almost a sense of grief of people around you. I get the very, very strong family vibes. Kind of like a grief in which they're saying, well, we can't influence Pisces. We can't take advantage of Pisces. We can't shape them to be what we want anymore. They are so strong and they are so them that we can't do anything about it. And some people are around you grieving the influence they thought they had on you. Some of you are only now turning into adults, doing your own thing. And these could be, parents grieving the fact that they no longer have that much of a say as before. I see marriage for many of you, so this could be related to your choices in love. So yes, very, very interesting, Pisces. I get this very grounded and strong emotional maturity within you. The person who's judging you so harshly here could be a Leo. Could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio as well. But I love that you're just not having it. It's like, you know what you're doing. It is your life. And whatever they think of you, it's none of your business. Like, you don't give a fuck, honestly. For those of you who feel uncomfortable that I say fuck, fucking fuck, and that I swear in all of my readings, this is just not the channel for you guys. I love you all so much and you're always going to be welcome, but I am someone who records in her PJs and swears a lot and speak my mind, and I am unapologetic in that way. So if this makes you uncomfortable, there are tons of tarot readers on YouTube that fit you better, okay? Whose style fits you better. So I leave it at that. Pisces, in the description box below, I will leave my email list, my website. Just go in there, leave your name and email, and you are not going to regret it. I'm going to be launching a lot of really amazing tools. And by being in the list, you're going to get to hear them way before anyone else, like months in advance. And you're going to get them all 50% off, okay? Kind of like an early bird price. So don't miss out on that. And know that the Unshakable program is still available. I'm going to give a second free class here on YouTube. Not sure when, but I will let you know, okay? Bye, my loves. I'll see you soon.